I got some, this came in the mail yesterday, which was perfect timing for what we're making today. Happy days. I have my laptop here so I can see everybody. Good, good. Ugh. So we're doing Lord of the Rings. For anyone that's interested. Because Lord of the Rings is awesome. I have actually cut out mostly 4 of these. So I have the Lord of the Rings one complete, and I have the watercolor hummingbird, which you would have seen if you watched yesterday's video, but then I've cut out 2 just black vinyl where I've ironed on a DTF of horror things because I just so happen to have beautiful matching linings. Hello, Deborah. So today we're going to do this one because this one's complete. It's literally the only reason why. I've got all of my hardware, including a tag that I got from Brymax. So unfortunately my laser's not quite strong enough to cut the glorious plastic. But these are plastic that look metal. They are fantastic. Brymax makes them. No, this is not a paid thing, I'm just letting you know. Hello, Amanda and my lovely Sandra. I was just chatting to her. So these, I love these. They're plastic, so I don't know. You can get them in different shapes, and then the holes fit my little mini rivets that I've got going on. So I've gone with bronze because the lovely Sandra sent me this, and she sent me Lord of the Rings themed things. So I have this, which is technically a magnet holder, but I'm not going to use it like that. I'm actually just going to put it on the bag like a branding because it's amazing. And I have a zipper pull that has the White Tree of Gondor for anyone that has in fact seen Lord of the Rings. So we're going to use that on the outside and then a normal zipper for the Tory pocket. It's fine. And I can only stay 45 minutes today because hubby had to take his car into the shop this morning, so I need to drop him off at work. So let's just get into it. The first thing I'm going to do, I've cut the foam, because this machine can handle it, I have cut the foam the same size as the outer piece. So instead of ironing it on, I can actually just stitch it on, which makes me weirdly happy. I'm also going to move this so I don't drop it, because we don't want that either. Where is my... I'm trying to see the chat. Where'd the chat go? It's the only bit I actually care about. There we go. Right. So I'm stitching it on at 1/8 of an inch. Because sometimes stitching is better than ironing. And also, a lot of the glue residue gets on my Teflon sheets, and then it's a pain to try and get it off. This also stops it from lifting. And I still backstitch because habit and all that jazz, but better, right? Fantastic. One done. Hello, Nikki. I just saw your message, sorry. So I want to make, these are my most popular bag. This and Vixen, I sell the most of. That's not to say that I don't sell other bags too, but I sell most of my Empress. Everyone loves a good tote. So sometimes I make it with the add-ons, and then sometimes I just do like the panel on the outside. All the ones I'm making for this round are going to be Empress with the add-ons. Hello, Teresa. I won't only be here for 45 minutes, so maybe you will be here the whole time. It's almost like a bit of a speed though. I'm still waiting on my order of hardware, which dictates kind of what hardware I can use, which is fine. I'm going to find center top, center bottom, because we're going to need it, as I'm sure you're all aware. like that. I'm going to put this on after I put on all the strapping because that also makes more sense to my brain. And I was sent this by one of you. It's like a textured olivey green vinyl. It's awesome. Feels amazing. Hello, hello. And I just feel like it goes really well with this. So the embossed Lord of the Rings come from America, from Sandra. I am hooning through this tape. I love 3/4 inch tape. It is so much better than 1/2 inch. And I'll fight you to the death on that hill. This size is the best. I don't know how this is going to go folding, so we're going to absolutely crease those edges as best as we can. So this is going to be the crisscrossing strap from the add-on version. And then I've made 1/2 and 1/2 handles out of the 2 vinyls for the shoulder straps, and then I've got the fun green strapping from China. I'm not sure if it's from China. So it is surprisingly squishy, considering like if you touch it, it feels quite sharp and firm. I just think it looks amazing though, but we are still going to absolutely crease that edge to make sure it stays where it's told. Hello Molly, welcome, welcome. So I'm only doing 45 minutes. I will be off here at 9:15 so I can drive my husband to work. We've taken the car in like 3 separate times for them to fix a light that's on. There's nothing actually wrong with it, but the lead or something. So when we took it back last time, it turns out they'd ordered the wrong parts, so it sat there all day for no reason. So hopefully today is the day that they fix it. And then tomorrow, I will be doing my mock-up for my market. So that won't be live because I'll probably have to duck down the street and stuff, but I will record it for you. I'm going to tape out the space that I have on the floor. I know this probably seems pointless to you, but I promise I can feel it doing something. And you'll also notice nothing's lifting, so it works. You can get plastic versions or rubber versions of those. I always thought I wanted a rubber one. Turns out I like the plastic version better. So there you go. Okay. Ruler, I have refilled this. This is the Pounce powder. I did that ages ago. So this actually irons away. It's like a powder, and when you iron it, it disappears. Very cool. It acts like chalk dust though, which is why I can get away with doing what I'm doing. We're gonna mark there and there. I've made this bag so much that I remember all these measurements. It also helped that I design it, but you know, you get the idea. There's one. We're cool. And then there. And then there. Make it look amazing. Also, I use this because it'll just brush off. Oh. Morning, mother. Yeah, so the roller does do stuff. You can buy them at Spotlight if you're in Australia. Mine came from Temu, so you can get them from anywhere, really. Now, I'm going to increase my stitch length to 4 because I think it'll look pretty. I am doing like an olive coloured stitching. Oh, I should backstitch. You won't see any of that. It's all in the seam. Straighten it up. Stitch. Along the bottom. Swivel. You can cut it off then if you want to. I'll do it in a minute. Oh my god, yes. Look at that. Does that not look amazing together? You won't convince me otherwise. Now I understand that this is not probably the obvious matching choice, but it's what I'm gonna do. And then from the piece that was sent to me, I've probably got enough there to make a purse pal, and I'm hoping to also get the flap of an NCW out of it. So I will have 2 wallets. Even though wallets don't really sell, maybe somebody will see Lord of the Rings and be like, oh my god, I need it. Which is fair. I mean, Lord of the Rings must be somewhat popular. They've made a whole season, like series out of like before Sauron came to power. Bend it. You can roll this up to get it under here. Where did you get that embossed vinyl? It was sent to me. So I don't know where they got it. They sent me like a really big piece, so I absolutely have more of it. But it came amongst the seemingly ugly fabric, but there was a note to say that it was indeed not part of the seemingly ugly. They just saw it was green and sent it to me, which I'm very thankful for because it's fabulous. Alright, that's the 2 outside ones. Wrong one. This is the one we want. Hi, Pauline. You're doing some late night sewing. Oh, I love that. I'll only be here for 45 minutes or 35 from now. So you could probably stick around for the whole video. Half an hour's not so bad. All right, so I always fold 1 1/4 inches from the edge because you probably lose 1/4 wrapping around it, and it gives enough that you're going to stitch it down properly. I don't know who needs to hear that, but very handy. 1 inch is not enough when you're using thicker hardware like this. If you've got the really thin stuff, 1 inch is fine, but I find that extra 1/4 inch really helps to sew it on better, personally. So I line this edge up at 1 1/4, hold it in place, fold it over, and that's enough so you can get up and actually stitch over the tail without it being dramatic. Okay, so let's do the second one. There you go, pre-order from there. Thank you, Sandra. So if you love this vinyl, that is where you get it. Also, Sandra, I can't send you a package anytime soon because we have apparently temporarily turned off American packages until such time as we work out the tariffs now that they have introduced them. But I just do 6 or 6.5. I make it up. Sometimes I do 6, sometimes I do 6.5. I'm not gonna lie. I make it up as I go. None of my bags are ever identical, and I do not regret that either. 2. Now, why did I mark 2 there? I'll tell you why. Because half the time I put it on the inside and half the time I put it on the outside, which always stuffs it up. So by putting the 2 lines, I now know to put it in between them. Might seem crazy, but I promise I have botched that more times than I care to admit. And then from the inside, no, from that one to there. And that is our line. Whatcha? Doing a little cross up the top really helps you line it up properly too. Down the bottom's fine as a line, but at the top, I put a little cross and it makes it easier to get the lines right. I thought Alchemist was temporarily closed. Alchemats. Fair. I don't know. Now, the other thing I like to do, you might think this is wasteful, but if I'm doing it, it's probably not. I put a piece of double-sided tape down. But you can either put it here. I actually usually put it on here. Right? So from there down. This will just help hold it in place. Each to their own and all that jazz. It is 1/4 inch, so it's not going to be super holding. It's just going to be enough because I need to line this up at the top and I want it to stay where it's told. So we're going to pick off that. Put the join side down always. And then stick her down, cut her off, chop. Closes our website until a new drop is announced. Well, that probably mostly makes sense. Line it up, stick it down. Oh my god, yes. And then right in the middle, this is why we didn't do it yet, I'm gonna put that bad boy. How good's that gonna look? Am I insane? Yes, yes I am. It's gonna look amazing. I might even put it a bit higher like that. Yes. Anyway, oops, wrong one. Worth it. Amazing. Stitch, back stitch. And with it stuck down, you can sew a lot faster too. You're not worried about it moving so much. Oh, except that one. Jerk. Stop it. Stitch, back stitch, release, trim your tails. I just love this pattern, guys. I also need to do some more videos on the browning because I love that pattern and I feel like we haven't fully appreciated it. She might be, I'm not in the know at the moment because I'm not buying new stuff. See, I'm about to buy new stuff. See, it looks amazing. Love that choice. Feels very Rohirrim. Not very elf-like though, but that's okay. We've each got our thing, and I love horses, so. And two. This bit does take a minute, but worth it. You can also make Empress with the add-ons, but instead of doing this, do the original outside. Like you can take the inside and the outside and kind of merge it all together to be however you want it to be. Did you get your new rotary cutter blades? So, kind of. I actually just went and bought a whole new rotary cutter so I didn't have to go to 2 shops. I also got a piece of my embroidery machine. The cover for the arm bit that moves rattled because it was broken and like shoved together. No word of a lie. Had a piece of metal kind of holding it in place. So I went and got that fixed at the embroidery shop. And so then while I was there, I also just bought a new rotary cutter because they didn't have the 28mm blades. They only had an 18 or a 45. So I now have a 45 rotary cutter, which works better for all the straight lines I had to do. So that's good. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Anna. I do love this vinyl very, very much. Lord of the Rings is amazing. So I'm also using a cartoon Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure I got it from Inklings and the Kraken as the lining. I'll show you that in a minute. So let me get this exterior done. I always make the bag in the same order. I always like to do this part first, and then I usually skip over the joining of the exterior and skip straight to the lining. I don't know why. Just what my brain enjoys. Follow the dopamine. But some of the bags that I am doing, the horror ones, are going to be amazing. I reckon I'm going to sell at least 3 of these. And then after I've made these, we need to move on and make some vixens in horror. So stay tuned, that's coming too. I'm going to do embroidery on the vixens though, because I've got some awesome fabrics that will match embroidery designs that I already possess. And I still really want to make the Akatar themed reading book bag. It's in my brain, it won't go away. So to make it go away, I have to make it. Tends to be how that goes. I do love the black. You can't see it, but there's actually a ghost skull right here, and here, and here, and here. Like if you look really hard, you can see that it's like slightly different. There's its 2 eyes. But I should have picked a slightly bolder color. That was my bad. So when I need to repaint it, and we all know that eventually this will need to be repainted, I will probably get a sander, spend the time, sand it down, and then make more templates with the Cricut, and then maybe make them red by putting a white base layer down first so that you see it better. I have already decided that. I was trying to go for subtle and I went too far subtle, unfortunately. Subtle's not really my thing anyway, let's be honest, but I was trying something new. Failed, but I tried it, so now we all know. So I'm probably, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably just layer more and then put more coats of clear. There's 3 coats of clear on this, to make sure that the black doesn't wear off anytime soon. I do love that it's black though. Now I just want to get, and I haven't looked it up yet, but I want to get, I want to cover this, like the table, because the table's boring, and I want to get blood spatter. And I understand it's not for everyone. It's fine. It is totally for me. And then if I got the blood spatter, I wouldn't be in a hurry to repaint the machine, because then it still looks like the Scream machine, like it's named. So I will go online eventually, probably next week, and look up like car wrap vinyl or something. I don't know. I'm not doing it in resin because then that's forever. Whereas if I do it in vinyl and the blood spatter annoys me or gets damaged, I could just peel it off, put a different one on. It's like forever changeable. I did a video of painting my machine black. There's actually now a video of both machines being painted. They're done in exactly the same way, if that makes anybody feel any better. But you can go watch the video if you want to see how I do it. I went to a car paint shop. So I went to, I think it was Super Cheap Auto, and got the black metallic. It is technically metallic. It just doesn't look like it. I was quite disappointed. But if you were to pick a color instead of black, the colored metallics looked amazing. It's just not what I wanted. So again, with the subtle. And then I was going to put glitter, and I decided against that because it was going to not be smooth and even. I actually put a lot of thought into what I was going to paint it. And I should have done the skulls a bit bolder. I should have put white down and then the skulls, but too late now. You should absolutely paint your machine. It feels amazing. I spend a lot of time sewing, as I'm sure you've worked out by all the videos I do. So staring at grey and grey is almost depressing. Like it's not inspiring. It's like the anti-inspiration of grey on grey. So option 1 was I did cover it in stickers, but all the stickers fell off because they didn't want to stick. And what do you do? So that is why we ended up painting it instead. Hello, Helen. Again, with this bad boy. Make a cross and a cross. It's X marks the spot. I promise. Best way to do it. 2, 3, 3, 2. Why am I telling you that? Why not? You can know these measurements. It's not going to make you be able to make the whole pattern from scratch unless you can make patterns, in which case, why do you care in the first place? Whatcha? You ready to go? Is it 9:15?
No, that's going to pick me up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I was happy to take you, honey, but
No, I'm good.
we can now stay for the whole bag.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's all they use, right?
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, good, honey. Alright, I'll put you later. Love you.
Are you going now? Do I get kisses?
Off camera.
Why? You do camera stuff all the time.
That doesn't sound very good when you say it like that.
Okay, it doesn't. But you do interviews with people. Come around here. They can't see my face.
Oh, that's good.
They can't see my face. Look, cuts me off like here.
No, love you.
Your lips are blue.
Yeah, it's because I'm taking my supplements this morning.
He has this stuff, I don't know, some blue proteiny, not protein. I don't know. Something to do with his strongman. Turns his face blue.
No, not my face.
And everything it touches. Is this one of yours or one for the market? Probably the market, as much as I want to keep it. I still might. I have not quite decided. Do I need another Empress? The answer is no. However, I do love it. I do want to keep it. It's got all the cool stuff. So I don't know. But it told me it wanted to be an Empress, and I don't ignore it. When the fabric tells me it wants to be something, I listen. And that's probably my insanity shining through. And yet I regret nothing, right? The fabrics tell me what they want to be. They really do. Which can sometimes be frustrating because sometimes they don't speak to me at all. And so then I get kind of stuck. But I'm literally gonna pull out my tub of fabrics and be like, which one wants to be a vixen? And they're going to tell me, not with a voice. It's just gonna give me an idea. I'm not totally insane. But it will tell me by being like, oh, that embroidery design that you've got, put that with it. And then my brain will be like, oh, what color, etc., etc. I know I'm a little bit insane. I'm not hearing voices though. I'm not that far gone. But they do speak to me in non-words. This did not want to be anything else for me except an Empress. It's why it's taken me so long to cut into it, because I was trying to convince myself to make something different with it. I didn't want to. If that makes me insane, so be it. And it wanted this. Didn't want anything else. I have greens that match. Speaking of, I don't think I've cut out a base. It's concerning. Whoops. Double-sided tape is your friend. Ladies and gentlemen, you could do the thick. You could do thicker than that. Wouldn't hurt it. You can also add a Tory pocket here if you wanted. Keep these. I'm going to cut these down to size and turn this into the D-ring connectors. If you use 1-inch D-rings, they are already good to go. I don't. I'm sure you all know this by now, but if you're relatively new here, I only use one size D-ring for all patterns ever, and that is 5/8 of an inch or 15 mil. Sometimes they come up as 16 mil. And so therefore, my little ruler, I have a 3-pack of rulers that I designed. The little ruler is the perfect size to then fold in half for the D-ring. It's also the width of zipper tape so that you can make, like, what are they called? Like the tab for the zippers. I have a 3-pack and I put a lot of thought into the 3-pack and how they come out, and I just got the green ones because I'm ridiculous. It's like a fluoro green. In a perfect world, there'd be a medium green, but there's only fluoro or dark. And the dark is too dark, so it's good for the spacing templates, but not so much for rulers. I hear voices in my head all the time. I have at least 3 different voices. They are all me, but in different accents. Oh, that's cool. When I'm not outside monologuing and talking to myself, my brain is talking to itself, but that's just me. There's not like different voices. It's fine. Now, the real question is, which one do I want to be the front with this? Because if I put it there, it'll be near Gondor, which kind of makes sense. Or I can put it on this one and it can be near Mordor. I actually think Gondor makes more sense. For those that know. Am I insane? Yes. Yes, I am. Do I care? Nope, not particularly. So I think up nice and high, like in line with this probably. So let's grab the ruler again. Hello, Christine. Welcome, welcome. So I'm gonna go probably 2.5 down. And he's gonna sit right on top of Gondor, which weirdly makes a lot of sense. I like that. My child stole this the other day. He wanted to play with it. I'm like, you've got your own. So I charge $140 for these bags, Australian, which works out to, I don't know how much American. But I also know, so here's the other thing. I no longer use woven interfacing. I use a non-woven because it's less than half the price. I use bag foam and base stabilizer, and then I always pair it with a cheaper, well, I mean, this was free, but like a cheaper normal vinyl. And from 1/2 meter, you can get a bag and a wallet. So the NCW, I think I charge like $65, and the purse pals are about $25 because they're quick and little. So the set would go for about $165 with the purse pal, or I'd probably up it. I'd probably make a few more things. I used to do sets all the time, and I loved them, and I should go back to them. Maybe I will. I'll show you how much is left over, though. So keeping in mind that I didn't do a shoulder strap, this is what's left of the, I assume, 1/2 yard, because 1/2 meter and 1/2 yard are about 2 inches different, just for anyone that needs to know that. $91.76 USD. There you go. I know that I am cheaper than a lot of other people, but I also sew insanely fast, so I don't care. But yeah, so of the 1/2 yard, this is what I've got left. So I've got enough left here to make a purse pal and a wristlet strap and a Devon pouch if I want, and the flap of an NCW. So I can still get, even though it doesn't look like there's much there, from vinyl, using it as an accent, I can get a lot out of this. I've got the best vinyl for it. It's Disney Chip and Dale. Ooh, how good. You're gonna have to show me in my Facebook group. All right, so now that I've taken those screws out, I'm gonna move them so I don't drop them. We're gonna put them in the Lord of the Rings bowl because everything is Lord of the Rings. I am a little obsessed. Don't judge me. I did a Bartleby backpack, only the flap that was that fabric, and I sold it for $100. See? Love it. 2.5 down. This is the back piece. We want to line up the sword to go straight down, obviously. If you mark at 3, that's where you can put the 2 holes. So that's where I want it. And even though, oh, actually, I might just use a pen. Sandra sent me these. They are silver pens that mark vinyl and then just wipe away, and I am so obsessed. I'm so here for it, except I've been looking to try and get like a fancy case for them. You can't find them anywhere. I wanted it to look magnificent. Anyway, hole punch. I haven't made the Bartleby yet. It's on my list of things to one day get to. The problem is I'm trying to balance too many things at once. It's why I've got rid of custom orders, because I really would like to go back to designing some bags, to be honest. Okay. So normally you would add a magnet, but I'm not doing that. You can't make me. Pick a hole, any hole. Make sure it comes through said hole. And try really, really hard not to lose the screw, because been there, done that so many times. We all know it's probably inevitable that I drop one, but I'm gonna try. That's okay that you're late. You can still sew along, just you'll be up to different parts than me. And me doing this kind of stuff is always fiddly. Turns out I'm not very good at it. That will not deter me from doing it in general though. So I can also see that, okay, so at least that goes through. It's a good start. Why did I stab that through? To make sure that it's gonna actually do what I want. Because I can't see the tip of the screw, which feels somewhat quite crucial to my plans of pushing the screw through, you know? Ha! Success. Right. Nah, lost it again. See? Shit show. You'll be able to catch up just fine. I hate this game. It's the foam that's in my way, by the way. Is there ads? There shouldn't be ads. Why is there ads? Oh, this is the new thing that they do, isn't it? I apologize. I don't actually know how to get rid of the ads. Why couldn't they just go from the top to the bottom? Why is it always so tricky? We've had 5. That's weird. That should not be happening. I wonder if there's a way I can fix it. I very much do apologize for the amount of ads there are. I'm going to work on that. I know it's how I get paid and all, but still, ads are annoying. And 5 ads already. I haven't even been here that long. I'm wondering if I put all 3 screws in, if it'll help. Or if I'm just going to lose them all. It could go either way, honestly. Do you have the premium, YouTube premium or whatever, where you don't have ads in general? 5 ads is definitely too many. I know there was meant to be one at the start. The one at the start is to help, you know, me. I'm fighting with Telstra today. I paid my bill, but because it wasn't direct debited, and I actually paid it, they're like, oh sorry, that's on the old system, so you have to pay us another $200 and something. Which, you know, who has a spare $200 just lying around to pay a bill twice? The answer is literally nobody. Nobody wants to pay a bill twice. Okay, so I mean, I see it and it's lined up. The problem is getting to the screw part, you know? There's the screw. Oh my God. I'm going to be here for half an hour just doing this. It's alright. It'll still be worth it because it's going to look epic. It's just going to be a pain in the butt to do. Look at that. I got it. It's the small wins in life, people. I promise. I'll do it tighter in a minute. Let's grab the second screw. It's the first one that's always the trickiest, right? So hopefully now we're good to go. Maybe not. Oh! I think that worked. I am on fire over here. Nope, missed. At least this is magnetized. You're less likely to lose one. I got it! Alright, worth it. Worth every painstaking second. Look at it. Amazing. Now the bottom one's not in. What? What do you mean the bottom one's not in? That's where I started. Hand crank them. You can also add some glue. Right, happy days. Any tighter and I'll start threading it. The screwdriver is amazing. That looks amazing. I am a happy, happy woman. Right. That's that side done. Huzzah! I mean, okay, so the other thing is though, we now need to think about where I want to put this. I could put this underneath it, but I think that looks bad. So I think it's going to go on the inside somewhere. Oh, we can grab the two sides, put them together. Also, I have quit Red Bull. I have a new obsession. It is called lavender syrup that I use like cordial. It's like a lavender cordial. If you pay for premium, if you pay for YouTube premium, you'll never see ads. I did it for like a month trial and then I realized I don't actually watch that much YouTube myself. So I didn't really need it. But I got a free month to trial it and it just, I usually have music going. Music is my jam more than watching stuff. Some people prefer, I know people that just put background sewing themed videos on because that's just what you like to listen to and that's fine. It doesn't even matter what it is. As long as it's sewing themed, they're pretty happy. I usually have music and I've got playlists to accommodate any and all moods that I may find myself in. Ads are how I get paid, but I don't make very much from you watching said ad. It's probably the equivalent of like 3 cents. Alright. I'm going to just leave it like that. We're going to move on to, whoops. Let's see my line. Actually, let's make this. So this is just a fun green strap that I have, and I think it looks amazing. And I've just cut one end because you only have one end. But I want to show you my lining because my lining is fantastic. Look at it. Oh my god. That's what's going on the inside. It's very, very... This is why I'm like, I don't need it, but I really want to keep it because it's amazing. But either way, I wanted to make it. So we're going to go through the center and then I'm going to stitch the barn door. We love a good barn door. Across. diagonally down, and you don't want to go all the way to the edge. You want to leave like 1/8 of an inch from the edge in case it does ever fray. I always just leave a little bit. I mean, this won't fray. This end specifically was cut by the place I bought it from, which they tend to use a hot knife for anyone that doesn't know that. And listen to the live as I sew my cross stitch. Oh, that's lovely. All right, on we go. Make sure it's all flat and even. And even though I'm an experienced sewer, I still always check. It's always worth checking, right? Make sure it's flat. Take this and this. We're going to change our foot over. The things I do to make stuff pretty, I tell you. It's still worth it. I also use my bobbins as my screwdriver. I know some of you will not approve of that, but I love it. Alright, take out that foot. We're going to put in the half toe because it'll get us closer to the hardware, which means the stitching will look nicer. Done. Keep that out because we're going to switch it over as soon as we've done this. And yet, still worth it. And I cut it so that this part will be at the top. Look at that. Fussy cut. I didn't do a great job of fussy cutting. If it was clear, it would be better. But such is life. Right, fold it in half, get a little crease going so that you know where the center is. Always helpful. Peel off the bottom. And it's stuck to the tape. The reason I don't put one long bit of tape all the way down is because I hate that. It never looks as good as you think it will. And it can also accumulate dirt from like general use. I don't think there's much I can do about the ads, I'm sorry. I will make a point to look into it for the next live that I do. How are the ads yesterday? Because I did exactly the same thing yesterday as today for setting up my live. Alright. Yes. See, with the half foot, I can get closer. You probably can't see. Just going to make for neater stitches. I don't know about you, but I think that turned out amazing. We're just going to trim all those tails off. Totally fine. Because then when you're hanging it, ta-da! Love it. Ooh, fireworks are fun. So when I do these, I fold them and then kind of have these overlapping, have that close to there, fold it once more in half, like that, and then put a single rubber band around it, and that's a really neat way to package it. Tori, just think of all the nice fabric you'll be able to buy with all these ads. Yes, me and my 3 cents an ad. In saying that, I have found some fabulous horror fabrics that I just need in my life. Ta-da! At the height of COVID, when you were all watching everything I did and everyone was home and I was getting like 3,000 views a video, I was making about $600 a month. So it's still not crap tons. We're not even close to that anymore because everyone's gone back to work. And I have fallen out of favor, and that's okay. I am just not for everyone. Oh, let's make the handles. So the handles, I've done a 1/2 inch strip of the fancy with the green. Then we'll make the lining. beautiful. Hiya! I didn't put the air conditioning on. This room, because it gets like full morning sun and it is all windows, it heats up very fast. So rude. Eyeball the center. Practice just eyeballing the center. You've got this. I definitely don't want to be that person that has a million ads, so I do apologize for that. That was never my intention. I don't know why it's happened. Do 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 in the center. Do do do. Do 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 do. Now, because I'm feeling a bit on the lazier side of life, we are going to take 1/4 inch tape. Put it down the center of this. Purely so I can stick it on the other bit. Tap it. Don't do that. You stretch your vinyl. Not cool. Yes, YouTube's fault. Well, I didn't do anything different to yesterday, and nobody mentioned anything about ads yesterday. So I can absolutely blame YouTube, because I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, yes. Wonder if black vinyl would look good with tan vinyl. Black and brown always look good together, and you're more likely to get a sale because some people wear brown only and some people wear black only, and the bag will go with both. Just if you need to know that useless piece of information. Oh, I wonder if I've got strap-ins in brown at the moment. Whoa, that whole thing, when I turned sideways, just had a full-scale meltdown. Anybody else see that? My gosh. Stop it. Switch my machine off before I fall asleep on it. That's fair. Good night. This would have been about the time where I would have signed off, except hubby got a lift to work, so I don't have to anymore. Chirp. Now, in a perfect world, I do. I've got strap-ins, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. I've got so much hardware. I'm in the process of trying to work through it all. Yes, absolutely happening. How good is that gonna look? Is this bag excessive? Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, I keep all of my little screws for these in this because it's just easier rather than trying to get them out of that thing. And then I've just written which ones are bronze and gunmetal and stuff on here. I should have made a sticker. I didn't. Such is life. The end is magnetized. I love this so much. I didn't see you do it. Did you cut 2 inch to make the strap anchors? So the front of the bag has the crisscross design. So I did cut 2-inch strips to make 1-inch hardware, 1-inch straps, because I'm using 1-inch hardware. You can also get 3/4-inch hardware if you want to, in which case you cut 1.5. Max. I don't know what the ads are doing. I don't know how to fix it. I'm so sorry. I can fiddle with my computer for a second and see if I can fix it, but I don't have high hopes, to be honest. Here it is. No, wait. Try that. Hopefully, that's going to work out. I'm sorry for the ads. I swear I did not do it. It just does what it thinks is necessary, and it wasn't me. But hopefully, I've just fixed the problem. Oh yeah, so when that folds up, it's gonna look like that with the mortar and the fabulousness. We're not gonna put them on to the end. Did you guys arrive late and started watching the live from the beginning? Oh, is that a thing? See, I don't even know how it works. I'm not a tech genius, right? At all. I do want some more of my drink. Oh, I should get green ones of these and make Lord of the Rings ones. Yes. Has occurred to me I don't have an exterior base, so we're absolutely gonna have to cut that and then iron the base on. Rub it on the table is a quicker way to get that crease nice. Okay. I hope I fixed the ad problem. I don't think lives are supposed to have ads because then it wouldn't be a live. I've only seen ads when I've rewatched it live. I used to set it up so there's just one ad at the start and then you jump in from where you are. I would prefer not to have the ads in them at all, but I don't know if I've just achieved that or not. Would be ideal. Pretty. Slow back stitching to avoid the drama. How long are your typical handles? 24 inches, because it's the length of my ruler. It's also a pretty good size. It's my favorite size, actually. It's the length of my long ruler, and it works out that they're pretty good shoulder length handles. I know a lot of bags do shorter ones. I have been known to do 24-inch handles on a Lola. Like if I'm doing long handles, it's getting proper long handles. I do love Empress. I like the add-ons because I like the zipper closure with the recessed zipper. People like what they like. Usually if a pattern says 20 inches, I'll just cut 24. When patterns have longer handles, I tend to listen. So I know I've done at least one pattern in life where it had 30-inch handles. I do what it's told for that, because otherwise it might be too short to get under your arm. But the way that the curve at the front is designed kind of gives you that extra bit of space under your arm anyway. All right, handles complete. I like zipper closures. Yeah, I don't love like a magnet closure. Even though the original come with that, that's because it was like easy. This is like the more advanced version with all the extra stuff going on. Everybody likes what they like. I very rarely do up my zipper, but I like the option. So like if I'm going out somewhere in a crowded place, I like to be able to zip it up, because if someone's going to come along and steal stuff, I'm more likely to notice than just slip a hand in. Not that that really happens where I live, to be honest. It's not really, like, it's not common. But it's still nice to have the option. I like to stitch these down. And I'm trying to do all the stuff before I switch back my foot. I haven't forgotten I'm going to do that. I want to put on the D-rings before I do. And the D-rings is what I'm going to do next. So. Cut them apart, trim the tails, all the things. Right. D-rings. So see, mine are like adorably little. Pick your favorite size D-ring and then only buy that size from this point forward. It's my life advice to you today. One size fits all. If you're using 1 inch, you don't have to do this step, but since I'm not, what I am going to do though is line this up in the middle, use a normal pen, because that is harder to get with a normal pen. It's sure what's different, but I can really see your skills tonight. I don't know. Maybe we're up closer. Instead of trying to peel that off because it didn't want to come off, I'm just going to cut off the excess on each side. Solves my problems. Normally I do that with a rotary cutter and a ruler, but it's all the way over there. And this is then also me wasting less. Squish them to the center, push them down. I have done this bag as a live so many times, but you probably pick up different stuff with different fabrics. I'm pushing down quite hard doing that. I like the small D-rings. These are my favorite. So, there's a couple of ways you can do this. Turns out. So, you can just take this, loop it over, stitch it down like this. Or you can have it flat. If your machine doesn't like bulk, you can have it flat, lay it down like that, and stitch each side. And then it'll just sit there, but it'll be like protected. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Right? So option 1 is over that seam, stitch this half and then this half, and have that kind of in the middle like that. or you can fold it over and then stitch up and around. This machine can handle this much bulk, so I'm gonna do it that way. But if you can't handle bulk, do it the other way. Okay, so that's half and half. I mean, if you need them longer, there was another piece. But again, I've got the little foot on to make this a bit easier for everyone concerned. Put all this stuff away because I'm most likely going to knock it. Lay it down right on the center of that seam. Start at the bottom. Stitch, back stitch. And down. Back stitch. You can also add a rivet in there if you want to. Really give it some extra holdings. Right, see how close you can, I don't know if you can see that. There's probably too much glare. But you can get really close to your hardware when you've got your half foot on. And I watched him do this. He just bought a foot and then cut off one toe and then grinded it and sanded it till it was smooth. And voila. Now we shouldn't have too much more hardware left. You should have a couple of zippers, a zipper end, unless you're going to do a fabric one. And I've got my logo label-y doodad. So that back in the drawer. Put this one back in. I don't know how to deal with the ads. I'm sorry. I thought I fixed it. I clearly didn't. Right. I'm thinking it would be really cool if that would sit there. I just don't think that it will once we take away seam allowances. So we're going to deal with that later. But that bit's done. Let's grab an interior lower lining. And as usual, the first thing we're going to do is fold it in half and find the center top and center bottom. We're going to need that to put the zipper in. We're going to need that to put the pockets in. We're going to need it to line up the base. So cut all like top and bottom center. May as well do the second one while we're at it. So this has been interfaced with a medium non-woven interfacing to give it a bit more heft. The whole roll was about $45 plus delivery. So, we're going to start with, oh, you know what would be nice? Okay, we have time, don't we? You guys aren't in a hurry. I want to cut a 1-inch strip and then do the top edge of this like I do the Belle Baby bag with an accent. It has been decided. Apparently you guys don't get a say. It will look awesome though. So this is the roll that I have. And I also think we're going to need a Tory pocket zipper overlay, which I'm pretty sure is somewhere on here. We go. My zipper overlays. What shape suits the Lord of the Rings? Maybe pointy. I'm feeling pointy. And then we'll put some little, I've got some like little domed rivets that we can put on the ends of the points. So let's do that. In a perfect world, I would cut all this stuff on the Cricut, but that's too much effort for right now. Okay, so this is our dodgy edge. So on all vinyl that I personally own, I keep one end straight and then cut all the shapes out of the other end. It's so if you ever need to make a strap, you're going to waste stuff all fabric. It's pretty much the reasoning for that. Now I don't want to get that bit there. That's no good. And this is the beauty about making bags. You can just add and subtract stuff as you go. No one is the boss of you, including me. That's gonna look amazing. And then, middle ruler. How long is that bad boy? Where'd they go? Here. I need to know how long of a piece I'm cutting. So let's cut 13 inches. We won't need all of it, but let's just cut it anyway. Alright, we're going to use the same line, make life a bit easier for me. Cut it 1 inch thick. This is not part of the pattern. This is a random add-on that I am impulsively doing because I can. Vinyl cutting scissors. Hi Misty. Hi Sam. Now again, normally I would cut these with a rotary cutter, but that would require me to disappear. So let's not do it that way. I'm going to cut it the outside edges to get it off the bulk. Oh no, the scissors squeak. Okay. Over there. Ooh, whoopsies. Always, if possible, lean your scissors on a table or a flat surface. You get a straighter edge every time. I'm sure I could make something out of that, but I'm going to get rid of it. This I made out of scrap HTV strips. I put them on, so I put upside down a piece of like transfer tape. Then I stuck all the pieces on in a herringbone design, and then I cut out the design. It was very cool. Quite impressed with myself. Took ages, but was literally a bag of scraps. And I think it looks great. I love these little scissors. I'll be very sad when they get too blunt to use. We're not there yet though, thank goodness. I might even go pay the guy 20 bucks to sharpen them. I don't know if you can buy them anymore. They're embroidery scissors, so they've got like a slight curve to them. Love these. They're great for cutting applique excess off, because I don't when I'm doing embroidery on the machine, I don't pre-cut the applique. I just stick like a chunk of vinyl on and then cut it off once it's stitched down. Is that the right way to do it? Probably not, but it's how I do it and it works out fine. And these scissors are a big part of why they work out fine. What's on video? Did I do this as a video? I don't remember. I might have. I could do another one. I could do it because I want to do a horror-y type one. I could get like reds and blacks and sparkles and do another shirt. Would be pretty easy to achieve, actually. So with this, we want to put them right sides up. So the reason I cut two, the pattern technically says cut on the fold. The reason I've cut two is because it's directional. And sometimes that just really bugs me if I have to have half of it upside down. So to avoid such problems, here we are. I really do like my non-woven interfacing. It is cheap, I'm not gonna lie. It works out to like, I don't know, it's a 50-meter roll. It's like $1 a meter. Plus postage. So let's be safe and call it $2 a meter, as opposed to $14 a meter for the woven version. And I don't think I'm getting that much of a different end result for the extra $12. Personally, I mean, I could be wrong, but for a lining, I mean, if it was clothing, maybe it's a bit different. But for a lining on a pocket, the cheaper stuff works great. Which also means if you don't change your pricings, you're making more of a profit. Or if you do use the cheaper stuff, you could charge less and make them more manageable. Either or. Do I know the brand of my woven interfacing? It's from Birch. It's just Birch medium non-woven white. Comes in a 50-meter roll. If you have an ABN, you can have an account with Birch, and that's where you get it from. It's also where I get my rolls of bag foam from. Until I find a better version, that's what I get. Now, I am not happy with those corners, so we're going to take the sew all and stab it in, and then kind of jerry it out. Because I like pointy corners. It's the whole point of sewing it nice. So now that's done, we're going to take this more double-sided tape. Again, this is why 3/4 inch is good. 1/2 inch wouldn't cover it as much, which means it wouldn't stick as well when we're trying to stick it on. But before we do that, we want to take a roller, fold it in half, and crease the halfway point. It will make it easier to just slip on the top. And you obviously do it while the paper's still on, because otherwise it's not going to work out. You're going to just stick it to itself without the fabric being in there. See how it makes a nice crease? That's enough to know where it is. Hiya! Like, I know a lot of people especially in America, love the Decaville brand stuff. I have used it. It is good. But for the price difference for what I use, I personally am not going to be purchasing it. Not because it's bad, but just because I found something that's almost as good, but way less. How much cooler does that look already? Oh yeah, everybody go like the video and make sure you've subscribed to my channel. Although if you can't comment, it's because you haven't subscribed. And I haven't done that as a ploy to make you subscribe, so please don't think that's the case. I've done it to stop those weird people coming in. Well, hopefully it'll stop it. But they come in and they like troll the comment section. It doesn't happen to me often, but every now and then we get very annoying trolls. So it is my attempt to make them go away by making them subscribe before they can troll me. It's punishment against them, really. Now, just to make that line easier to see, I'm going to iron it in. Not iron it in, draw it in. Like so. Now I can see the line better. Because sometimes the crease is not as much a friend as you might think. About there's good. You want it like slightly down, but not too far down. Eyeball it. You'll be fine. The reason I don't want it too high is because we're still going to have the zipper top bit here. So when it's down, you still kind of want to be able to get into your pockets. Food for thought. Now, you can make these pockets two ways. You can stitch the center and then stitch the edge as is. I'm going to make them cargo-y and sit up a bit because that's what makes me happy. But you could very easily just make them a slip pocket. I'm not judging you if that's what you want to do. You could also make one side slip pocket and one side cargo pocket. This would no longer be in the center though. Just keep that in mind when you do it. But you could. Oh, whoops. I just heard the bobbin. It just went for a bit of a spin. Oh my god, these are blunt. Over there. Don't judge me on that. I'll keep using them because they're pretty black ones and they're blunt. So I need to not do that. And the best way to do it is to throw them over there and then try and sharpen them later. How's the weather in Texas, Susie? I've recently become a little bit fascinated by weather. I don't know why. We're also nearly out of bobbin thread. I reckon we'll get this and then that'll be the end. Now, I'm going to do a full inch today. Why not? Sometimes I do 3/4 of an inch there. Today I'm doing a full inch. What are you gonna do? It's a lot to do with this up here. So we're gonna fold it at the inch line and then fold the inch line into the center. And then if you need to, snap another one. Damn it! I swear I'm not that rough with them. They just don't love me like they should. It's absolutely a thing. Okay, hold it nice and flat. Start at the top, stitch, back stitch, stitch, back stitch twice. This is a stress point. Pivot. We're going to stop there and then we're going to do the other side. Like that. And then line it up straight. And I'm going to back stitch over that section as well because again, stress point. Don't need it giving me grief. Now, if you can't eyeball that, please feel free to draw a line. Oh, isn't it pretty? It kind of the vinyl just shows you where it ends and starts. I think it looks good. Makes me happy. Sunshine on the window. I hate cold weather. Gives me asthma. Not interested. You can all keep the cold weather firmly in your own backyard. Thank you very much. Now, I don't interface my Tory pockets. I don't know if you know that about me. I do tell a lot of you regularly, but I'm telling you again. Stitch, back stitch. The slower you do it, the less likely you are to have bobbin issues. Oh, see? Ran out of bobbin right there. I knew it was coming, to be fair. Is there a tail left on the pocket? Thank you. Oh, there is. Look at you guys. You're all over it. Nah, I don't do cold. I moved up to the heat and I love it so much. No, very few asthma attacks anymore. I get to go swimming. I get to wear dresses. I actually really enjoy wearing dresses and skirts and being all floaty. For someone that is a little bit obsessed with skulls, I also really love girly clothing. Full steam ahead! Always do your bobbins at full speed. It pumps the oil through your machine, making your machine happy, which means you have to spend less money on servicing. Because according to my service guy, I do not need to get this one done once a year. I only really need to take it in when it's doing something naughty that isn't my bobbin, because the bobbin's a me problem, not the machine. I also do not keep rethreading my machine. It is a waste of life. Everything comes down to time versus money, and for the little bit of thread that I waste by pulling it through and the amount of time I save, worth it. So worth it. All right, we're gonna go back a bit and do the last little bit again because it didn't work, and that will be detrimental to our future life. Cut the jump stitch at the end. They get in the way. Nobody wants to play that game. I don't have arthritis. I have asthma. My lungs suck. I'm so thankful that my child did not get my lungs. All right. I need to get my little ironing board. I have a new iron, ladies and gentlemen. This is the HTV Ron mini press. Did I not plug it in? Of course I didn't. Don't be silly. Alright, now it's on. It beeps. I appreciate that. It also heats up really quick. I always put it on full. Full is 180 degrees Celsius, which I think is like 350 Fahrenheit. For those that don't sprechen the Celsius. Bring this back so I can see everyone's comments. I love that this thing's on wheels. It was free from a Facebook Marketplace, and it is like a nail text desk table-y thing. Love it so much. Now, I have really long triangles at the end. Well, see, it's already hot enough. See the long triangles? You've got to trust me when I say long triangles crap all over short ones. I see a lot of people and they always cut short ones, and I tisk out loud at them because they're so much harder to sew over when they're tiny. So much harder. And I'm like, why put yourself through that? I'm going to use the back. So I'm going to treat it like an iron. It is a heat press. It is quite heavy. Love it. So we're going to iron that edge flat. The weight actually helps get it flatter quicker. Then we're going to flip it down, and I'm going to do the same to this side. I know it's not an iron. I know it's a heat press, but nothing gets to tell me what to do. I mean, we're having cold weather here, but that's still 27 and sunny, which is quite warm. I believe that's like mid-80s or mid-90s or something in America. All right. Grab this. And the reason that I insist on ironing this is because we're going to put a zip overlay. So I want it to sit properly. This one doesn't count down like my other. Oops. I accidentally pushed the button. The button is a bit sensitive. My bad. Flip it over. See, I knew that corner was misbehaving. I could tell. The longer you're at this, the more you can tell when stuff's being naughty. Alright, happy days. Don't touch it, it's hot. Usually this is pretty hot too. Where am I going to put it? Where it's out of my way and I won't burn myself. It's a very good question. Back over there is the answer. Done. I bought this specifically so that we can iron on camera because I don't have a big ironing board anywhere. So this is now what I've got. It is warm here all year round. Like, it's never cold here. Maybe occasionally at night time it gets down to like 12 degrees. But that was my mother's top the other day. Top of 12 in Melbourne. Blech. No, thank you. See? Townsville for the win. Besides, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm starting bag making classes soon. For anyone interested? I know someone that's opening a studio and has asked me to come teach. Ha. Right. Stitch length up. Fold it down. Lots of tail. We're going to hold... yeah, no, we are going to hold it. It's going to work out fine. Move all of the fabric out of the way. And then the other way. Now this was originally designed, the way I'm doing this, is to have a facing. But who can be bothered, honestly? It's not that I don't like facings, I just don't like to have to cut out 3 pieces of fabric when my one works just as well. It's lazy on my behalf. I know you guys all call me efficient, but it's actually because I'm lazy. It's not because I'm trying to be efficient. Do you know when I was little, I'm sure Mum remembers this, when I was little, I wanted to move to Texas because you guys can have pet tigers, and that's all I wanted when I was younger. I wanted to have a pet tiger. Not anymore, obviously. Those things are vicious psychos. But, like, it was a really cool idea back then. Of all the big cats, the tigers are the most psychotic. So, of course, I wanted one. I remember. They have big, beautiful ranches, and you can have a tiger. That was my whole thing. Because I'm a crazy person. I have since moved on because A, it would be very expensive to feed a tiger. But also, like, they can jump 12 feet in the air, which is... Oh, no! Look what I did. Idiot. Idiot me. Apparently I did not shove it out the way as much as I thought I did. That's annoying. Why is that song in my head? On the window. It also came out surprisingly easy. I don't know how I feel about that either. Hiya! Choppity chop. So annoying. See, we all make mistakes though, people. It's not the end of the world, I promise. I do it regularly. You don't really, like, I complain at the time, but it's not actually going to really negatively affect anything. We're just gonna have a bit of back stitching instead. Such is life. Alright, zipper tape. That is something I have not yet looked up. Oh, but I've got green with bronze teeth. I mean, of course I do. I have green in all the colours, don't I? Whatever. My very professional way of measuring. Oh, do I want to put... Damn it! My brain! We're going to be here forever. Sorry guys, but we are totally laser engraving the zipper pull. It's happening. What do I want? White Tree of Gondor. Because we should match all the rest. There, that'll do. Thank you. Print screen. Am I stealing the internet from Google? Yes, yes I am. Did you know you could do that? Oh, thank you. You're connected. I love it when it does it by itself. Good. Lined up. I'm going to do seams legit on one side and White Tree of Gondor on the other. You could also just put your logo. I get that. But like, just your logo is boring, which is why I haven't just pre-lasered all of my zipper pulls of the universe. Because it's way more fun to do it this way. For those that were in my live yesterday, we did this yesterday too. The gold ones were giving me grief though. So rude. Can I turn that off? I don't know what I just did, but I think I might have just turned off the mid-roll ads. Because it told me that I have to put them in now, and obviously I'm not going to put them in, so theoretically I've fixed the problem. I make no official promises, but like, I'm trying. We're doing my logo on one side, and then the white tree of Gondor on the other. What have you missed? I boxed up the stitching on my zipper overlay. We are laser engraving the second zipper pull, so it's also got the white tree of Gondor on it. And I made a cargo pocket. And I think that's all you've missed. So, fabulous. This is a 3D printed zipper holder that I got my local guy to do. He used to be my neighbor in one of my old houses. So you can flip the zip this way and then the other way. And it can fit slightly bigger zippers. So like I did that side, now I'm gonna flip it that way and it holds it flat. Because the whole thing was I wanted the zipper to hold flat so I don't have to deal with, what's it called? Tape, blue tack. Move that out of the way. Paste the white tree of Gondor. Make it happen. Yes. Love it. Am I childish? Absolutely. But is that not the point of this, honestly? If I can't do cool stuff like this, what's the point of having a laser to begin with? Am I ranting? Probably a little bit. Move that. Right, frame it. Oh, yes. I'm so childish. I know it. You know it. It's fine. See, and this is what makes me want to keep this bag forever, by the way. Bye, Teresa. You enjoy your appointment. I got this laser to do metal. I'm obsessed with jewelry, so that's why I mainly do jewelry, but I also got it to do zipper pulls, because who doesn't want glorious custom zipper pulls? The answer is I do, so therefore I'm doing it. And I'm gonna put the Tree of Gondor on the zipper end as well, because yes. Just yes. We have these things to make cool stuff, right? It's an extension of sewing, the laser, for me. The bigger laser is all about wood, the really big one, is all about wood and frames and funny signs and all that jazz. And this little laser is all about metal. I don't do any wood things on it because it stinks, but it's all about enhancing the sewing experience. So instead of trying to find the perfect zipper pull for $2.50 each, I can buy a pack of zippers and then make whatever I want that suits everything ever. How does Rainbow handle the laser? Oh, it's a good question. You know what? We'll try it. I can try it now if you want. have rainbow chunkies. I'll just put my logo on it. We'll see how it goes. Exactly, because I can. Stuff like this that makes me happy though. It's the whole reason I got that laser. That and custom jewelry. So I made myself this bracelet here. And so it's got my name on the heart. I don't know if you can see that. It's got my name. And then the other one says Kyger with a V hanging down. Because I can. Ladies and gentlemen, White Tree of Gondor. I know it's black. It's obviously not white because it's laser engraved. But like, you get my point. Is this going to work for this one? Wait, why does that not fit? What is going on? How weird. It doesn't fit. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Screw you, buddy. We're going to put seems legit. Because I've already got it done. Because I think of these things. Oh my god. White Tree of Gondor, please move. You're distracting me. Framing. What? Check. Stop framing. Process. Start. I actually, from memory, I think I've done this before, and I think we need to speed it up. I think we need stainless steel and not the white gold settings. Anyway, with my glorious zipper pull done, we can continue on. Hiya! So this was 100% power, 5 millimeters per second, infrared, true watt laser, 100 lines per centimeter. The lines per centimeter is how like clear you'll get it. This is also probably the perfect time to play with these bad boys. So that one, and this one. So these go over your zipper to hold everything in place. It did work. It makes it kind of silvery. I don't know if you can see that. See, there you go. Without the glare. So yes, it does work on rainbow. And I'll do the other side with the slower settings so that you can see the difference if you want. Fancy jewelry, process, framing. Now, start. A minute 39 it reckons. I don't know if this is going to be as helpful as I think it will. Probably not. If I change my foot back over, it would be. Zip. Oh my god, that song needs to go away. Killing me. Stitch the two sides only, not the bottom. I mean, you could bind the base of this bag, technically, if you wanted to. That is what it looks like on the slow settings. So not much different, to be honest. Maybe a little bit clearer, but still cool. So I use the infrared laser for that. And then I think my logo should go here. What do you think? Yes. I think so. Somewhere in this cart, I have stuff I need. Well, my cart is pretty organized. It's also pretty full. Somewhere here, I know I have gold mini ribbons. But I can only find the silver ones, and the silver ones won't match. I want the gold ones. For obvious reasons. No, for the life of me, I can't find it. It's just rude. It kind of just disappeared, surely. So, we might have to, because I'm not spending all day on this, revert back to a fabric one. Till I deal with the cart. So then, it becomes a matter of, do I want... No, I want that one. I want the black one with the goldy, bronzy colour. It's fine. So, the middle is about there. You can iron this on. It is ironable. Probably not a word, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah, done. Logo is intact. Right, so that's both the pockets done. We can zip this open if we want to. See, it just looks cool. Tree of Gondor. I mean, the other zipper will look better. I'm not going to deny it, but I only have one. So why shouldn't we make glorious things? Right. Then we take the base, and the zipper pocket always gets the top. I don't know if I've told you that recently. Because the zipper pocket I always put on the back edge, so when you're looking into the bag, you're looking at the zipper pocket. So the top edge goes with the zipper end, the zipper side, but I'm just going to sew the straight bit. I'm not going to sew the whole base on, because we don't need to yet. I want to turn the bag through the giant hole, because it's way less dramatic to do it this way. Do I waste more thread? Yes. Do I care? No. So now we're going to take this. No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, nearly tricked me. There's those. I am missing my zipper top. That's because I haven't cut it yet, because I couldn't decide if I wanted to do it out of this or the other fabric, and I think I have just decided on this. I think, because too much of the other stuff is bad. I don't know, what do you guys think? If we were looking in and had this Would you want more of this for the zipper, or would you want the fun contrasty one for the zipper? I think the contrasty one. What do you think? Ow. I'm gonna go turn the air conditioner on and then I'll check for your answers. I also grabbed a snack because I can. I made mini quiches the other day and I'm hungry. Alright, what we do? Contrast, contrast, same contrast. Oh, I loved it that you call it the contrasty one. It's exactly what I would say. Mini quiches are amazing. I do puff pastry because I like the taste better. Contrast it is. I'm obsessed with templates, guys. They are the best thing ever. Ooh. Oh, I know I ate too much fast. I gave myself the hiccups. It's annoying. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I've got a few other things I haven't made decisions on. Oh, the horror ones that I'm doing are epic. Oh my god, the hiccups. Stop it. The beauty is I don't have to iron any of these. Even if I did have to iron it, I could use my new heat press. Oh no. I usually only get hiccups from potatoes. I inherited that from my dad. Apparently it's genetic. Weirdest thing ever. I'm aware of that. And on the table. Yeah. She scores. Okay. Nobody really ever looks at this, so it doesn't really matter in which order I do it. Oh. I'm missing some rulers. I wonder if they're still out in the shed. I technically have not bought everything in from the shed yet. I got sidetracked with I want to make stuff. Most of the stuff's inside. Oh. Stop it. I'm glad Melbourne weather's getting better for you. I still don't miss it though. And I'm going to put the white tree of Gondor on my zipper end so that I can turn the laser off. Because it makes like a, you know, like when you turn your television on, it's got that high-pitched squeal. I can still hear that even though I'm over 30. And the laser does the same thing. It's going to drive me nuts. So, white tree of Gondor, you probably need to be a bit shorter. There we go, give us a look. No, I lied. It wants to be bigger. I want it to take up as much space as it can. Like that. Perfect. And again, this is why you need a laser, people. If you're extreme like me, you can do. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not the fastest process. It's going to take about 2 minutes to do. But, I mean, you can buy a more expensive laser and it'll go faster. But the time versus money on that is not worth it to me. Good. Cut this off. Yeah, see, I am the worst at telling everybody to hit the like button. But if you like it, and you like me doing videos, hit the like button. I wasn't going to do a live today, but you guys insisted on it yesterday, so here I am. Right. I eyeball this because I'm very classy. That's enough. What is that? Today we are doing 11.5 inches. You just eyeball it, it's fine. You want to be able to open the bottom a decent amount. Everybody that is able to comment has subscribed, so I can see who my subscribers are, which is cool. It's not why I did it. I did it to stop trolls. Alright. What am I doing? Crazy stuff. Come on, guys. You know it's cool. I know it's really hard to see it, but like, White Tree of Gondor, zipper pull. Now everything matches. Yeah. So the only hardware that's left is the zipper for this, but I don't put this on until like the last step. So we can put that over there where I won't knock it. Ha-ha. Yeah, well, I made hubby find his own way to work, didn't I? Whoopsies. Alright, so the end that I have put the mark, I don't know if you just saw me do that, but I'm going to explain what I'm doing. You know how you like fold down the edge and then stitch it? The way I build this, it turns out you don't need to do that. I learnt this about myself recently. So, because of that fact, we're just going to put the zipper straight on. I have been meaning to do this as a video, so you guys get to be first. I'm sure you're wondering why. I will show you why in a minute. Because I was thinking about it in my brain. My brain was just like ruminating on the idea of why do we do this? And this is why. So usually when you fold the edge over, it's because you put it not in the seam. But because I always sew my zipper in the seam, there is in fact no need to stitch over it as long as you stitch it properly. Right, so you can even like back stitch twice to make sure you get over the zipper, but then beyond that, you're good to go. Speed demon. Where are my snips? Here's some. At least they're not blunt like the other ones on the floor, right? So, and we're gonna do one whole one so I can show you. So I didn't twist it or anything, and then when we do this, ta-da! Taught myself that. I'm sure somebody else has thought of it, but like in the meantime, nailed it. And we've put the mark so I don't sew two zippers the same, just if you're wondering. Method to my madness. Save yourself some time. The turning of the zipper is absolutely necessary if you're not going to put it in a seam, right? So I'm not knocking that. The absolute thing totally needs to happen in a lot of patterns, just not this one. So you can skip that step, save yourself a couple of minutes. It's also fiddly and annoying, and you have to get them even. So by sewing it this way, we skip that drama. And as much as I love like reading about drama, I don't want to be a part of it. Ooh, my hiccups went away nice and quickly. That was nice of them. Chop. Tails. Probably should chop off the corner. I don't really enjoy cutting zippers, but you know. See, it goes all the way into the seam. Now, for me personally, I always close the open edge. It's the easiest way to make sure that everything's going to line up and is in fact even. It's how I like to do it. I'm doing it at 1/8 of an inch so nobody will see it, but it joins everything. So now I can pull on this and it will be even underneath, and you don't have to worry so much about things like buckling, I guess. And then we just curve around the end. Now, if you don't like the curve, if you want it straighter, you should move your zipper down and then sew to get your pointy end. But I kind of like the curviness of it. I've always done it that way. I think it looks cool. Personal preferences and all that jazz. So again, we're going to line up the edge. We always do it with vinyl on top because top stitching is nicer than bottom stitching. It just is. They're not the same. Obviously we go slow around the curve and then you can speed up for the straight bits. Love watching you live when I can. You come up with some very innovative things. You're also so funny. Oh, I'm glad I'm funny. Yeah, no, I don't do drama. I'm not interested. I've got better things to do with my time. You can't tell me that's not cool. And it was quicker. I hate the little turning of the things. It's hard to get them even. Sometimes my stitches don't take. Blech. I'm finding the center because it's easiest to line up. And then we're going to take our lining bottom and then find the zipper, and you want the same side. You want the zipper to close the same way, right? Think about that. And I'm just going to tack it on. You can also just clip it. Tacking it's just as good. And then I don't have to worry about it slipping when I do the other parts. So, you know, each to their own. Grab the second one. Always do the zipper side first, and then everything works out. You don't even have to follow the whole length of it. I do out of habit, but as long as it can't move, you're good to go. Now, I'm going to take the zipper, fold it in on itself, and attach it with a clip. This will ensure that I do not stitch it into any seams going forward, because it can quite easily happen if you don't tack it down. You want to also do it closest to the end. You don't want to do this because then it can still flap. And you don't want to fold it backwards. It doesn't fold over as nice as backwards as forwards. I don't know why. I don't make a zipper. It's just what I've observed. Ooh, you got templates, Maria. I love Empress. Empress and Vixen. I could run a whole shop based on only making them. Except my brain would get bored. And it's why I don't do it, but I could. I absolutely could. Alright. I also find I don't have a lot of drama in my sewing group, which is like my Facebook group, and I love that. There was a time when people tried to start it, and I just shut that right down. Not interested. I'm just interested in crafting. Part part of me thinks I should learn to crochet to make all my horror monsters. Because they are, you can't see them, but they're sitting behind me on the windowsill. You want to see? Look, oh, there they are. See, look, they all sit up on the horror windowsill. That's how I've decorated my space. Horror crochet characters. That was a very evil laugh that just came out of me there. Whoops. It's a bit more evil than I intended, but it's fine. Alright. Now, that looks like it doesn't fit, but if you just give it a little bit of a whoosh, it'll be fine. Right, all joined up. What others do I want? I want them all. I've only got a couple of the men. I've got Captain Spaulding, Sam from Trick or Treat, Predator. I've got somebody making me Alien, but I want like, see, a lot of them are black though, Mum. And while I appreciate that you could potentially make them, black is a bit tricky for you. But I want Samara from The Ring. She's got like cool, crazy hair. I wouldn't mind, what's her name? Oh my God, what's her name? I'm having a mental blank. There's a whole movie after her. Red and blue hair. Gets called Puddin'. Nah, I've lost her name. It's gone from my brain. I'll be doing vixens after I've made these empresses. So I'm hoping to get at least one more made because I haven't finished cutting them all yet. I would like Jason Voorhees' mother, which is Jason with the mask from Friday the 13th. And this is why I haven't asked you. I should learn to do it myself in all my free time, you know? Not the Punisher, the Terrifier. He'd be cool. He's like a creepy clown. Alright, we're now going to top stitch because top stitching makes everything fabulous. And you want to make sure that your seam allowance is pointed down. I do really want to keep this bag, but I don't think I should. You know what? I'll make a deal with myself. I'll take it to this one market, and if it sells, I will sell it. And if it doesn't sell, I get to keep it. Not that I need it, but it's fabulous. It's got all the custom stuff going on. Okay, that is the whole inside done skis. However, I forgot to make a base. As if that doesn't look totally freaking cool. How good's it? I use Tory Pocket template has its own hook in my setup area, which I am going to tidy up and then show you all. Because I use it for every single bag, so it lives there. We are all about the llama, not the drama. Right, I need to cut a base and then we can join the bag and then we're done. Like we're that close. But I think I want a solid base. Because we don't want ripples on the bottom. And this works out really, really well for a base. Look at that. It's almost a perfect color match. I could have done this, but the other one was better. This is better for strapping, but I want a solid base. So we're going to use this color. If I've got enough. See, I've always got like these random pieces. So much randomness. Oh, stop it. You know what? Now it can't fall anywhere. Base piece, base piece. Again, I would normally do this at the cutting table with all my cutty things. I'm saying it in a Latina accent. Okay. We're also going to do bag feet because, bag feet. I don't think I need to say more than bag feet, really. Bag feet are epic. I'm also going to cut that. It's driving me nuts. So that will not be thrown out. That, there's a very good chance that that will fit the card slot side of the purse pal or a pocket pal. But also I want to go back and start making like small pouches. So things like pouchels or the Devon pouch by Sotac. If I get time to do that this week, I will video it, of course. I'm going to make templates with Big Laser out of MDF because I can't cut clear acrylic. It is a bit of a curse, but what do you do? This is so much quicker if we use a rotary cutter. This is also not rubbish because again, I could get wristlet straps out of that bit. It's not hoarding, but I can only give myself a certain amount of time to do these things. Do you put foam on the base? No, I'm going to get some base stabilizer. I'm going to have to cut that off camera because it is way too big to bring here. So, let me have some more of my glorious lavender drink. Turn the laser off because that noise is driving me nuts. And then, base stabilizer. It's a really big, heavy roll. That's not it. Wrong one. They all look the same. They're all just white. And then I have a base stabilizer template piece, right? So this will cut it so it's within the seam allowance, because if you're going to do base stabilizer, you do not want to have to try and bend this. In the seam allowance is better. If I was going to put foam on the base, I would do the full size. I mean, you can still hear me being a crazy person. It's totally fine. Now, normally I would put this in my heat press, but now I have a mini heat press. We're going to do it the long way, which is, funnily enough, how I used to do it. We're just going to go back. I'm going to find the center. And then I'm going to find the center of this now, because it's easier to do now than later. This, if I didn't have the fabulous vinyl, this would have been a good substitute to do the whole bag in. Obviously, I'd have to go buy more, but like that's fine. This is going to take ages. Now, I have seen some people actually stitch the base. We could absolutely try that today if we wanted. Is it sticking properly? The main thing we don't want is for it to lift off. And nothing worse. Mum once knitted me like a trench coat. Or crocheted. Knitted? Crocheted. I don't actually know which one it was. It was a zigzag pattern in pink and black. It was so cool. It eventually got eaten, I think. There you go. It was knitted. It was so cool. was like literally knitted zigzags in pink and black, and it was like a to the knees, like a coat to the knees, not like a short one. It's fabulous. This takes forever. This is why I usually put it, there you go, a chevron pattern. This is why I usually put it in the heat press, ladies and gentlemen. That's cool, we'll get there. I just want to make sure it's stuck, because like when I'm folding it and bending it, I don't want it to lift up like that. Alright, I feel pretty confident about that. That heat press is becoming super handy. Put that down there. Right. I just wanted to make sure I have bag feet. Because remember how I said just random things I'm out of? We're good though. I eyeball my bag feet. Two and a half. How wide are you? That's a very good point. Okay. Let's do something different. Just because we can. It's alright, this pen comes off. Nobody freak out. Yeah, it's got racing stripes. Alright. Hole punch. This bad boy has bag feet and off we pop. I do really need to eliminate some hardware from my life. I have so much random stuff. Click them on, poke it through, click it on. Probably should have done those lines closer together, but should be right. I still think it looks cool. Ew. Very cute, very cute. Home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. I think there's like 4 seams left. It's not bad. I know I've been here a while. This is a big bag though. In my challenge, I managed to sew this bag in, I think it was an hour and a half. In my defense today though, I have done a lot of extra other things like the custom digitized embroidery stuff, not embroidery, lasering of the hardware. That took time. And while it didn't take a lot of time, it probably still took at least 10 minutes out of my day. And I get sidetracked chatting. And I had to cut things because I forgot bits. All those little things do add up to take longer. The best I've ever made this is about an hour and a half, and that was in the challenge. Which, I wonder if we have different people here today than yesterday. We're trying to think of a theme for my next challenge I'm going to do, because I really had so much fun doing it that we need to do another one. So if anyone's got a recommendation, like I could do how many boxy bags get done in 12 hours, or, you know, something. I don't know. I don't have all the ideas. We can't do a prepping video though, because it'll be too awkward and hard to see everything that I have to do, because I did already think of that. 12 hours of solid prepping. A, I don't know if I'd have enough space for that. B, the angle of the camera would not be very useful to see stuff. And I'm not skilled enough to be able to have like multiple cameras and change perspectives and stuff. I don't know how to do that. How many dresses can you make your mother in 12 hours? You're so funny, mother. Ah! Get back here. My clips are letting go. So rude. Back in the bowl. Sew quite a lot of dresses in one day. Depends on if you want buttons or zippers though. Buttons take forever. It looks so good. Alright. Make sure all of these bits are down. And then zipper at the back. No buttons or zips. What kind of dresses do you want? I don't want to have to iron. So you want polyester. Won't that be hot as balls to live in? Non-ironing fabrics are polyesters, which aren't as cool to wear. So I mean, if you put them in the washing machine and then hang them on a coat hanger and then just hang them up to dry, you should be alright for most stuff. Good viscose. See, I still find I have to iron rayon. I could do a live of designing a pattern, but I don't know how I'd record that because half of it's screen time. Drawing up pattern pieces. Because me drawing a picture is not helpful to anybody. Nope. Get under there. I really enjoy revving my sewing machine. I'm sure that makes me some kind of crazy petrol head, and yet I can't stop doing it. Watch how easy this is to turn. Ready? And go! I could not make 27 dresses in 12 hours, Mother. There's limits to my crazy, and that surpasses even me. Oh my god, look at this bag! I really don't want to sell it, but I'm going to attempt to. I will give it one market. Is that not epic? Oh my god. Yes. Because I want to make it a challenge. I do want to do a challenge. Challenges make it more interesting for my brain. I could sit and sew all day, except I've got to do cleaning and such. If I had the capabilities of not having to clean, I would sit and sew all 4 of the Empresses I've got half cut out today. But A, I need to finish cutting them out. B, I have to do like some washing and clean another section of floor. I did do my kitchen yesterday. I don't know who was here for that, but I said I had to like clean things and I did do it. So, yay me! Maybe a Christmas gift making theme. Ooh, okay. A Christmas present. 12 hours for Christmas presents. Is this just sewing or is this sewing and laser? Because I tend to make laser engraved stuff for the men. Now, if this seam was visible, I would change to black. But it's not. It's in the bottom of a pocket, so nobody cares. As harsh as that sounds, nobody cares. So, Halloween decorations. Alright, fold that down. We're going to swoosh the side here. And then top stitch, and she's done, apart from put the handles on. As in, like, decorate my house. Spend 12 hours decorating my house with stuff. I mean, I could do individual things as individual videos. Fold that down. Squish this seam. Cricket, see we could do. I mean, we could do anything. I could come up with 12 out of cricketness. That's an interesting challenge. I'd absolutely need to go and buy a new mat for 12 hours of cricketness. Okay. Oh my god, it looks amazing. It's not gonna survive. We all know it's true. Don't need that now. I'm gonna start at the side. My brain, I was about to say, look at me going slowly, but I'm probably not really. That's slow for me. Straight bits are easy is the problem. Manhandle your bag, people. Do not be afraid to manhandle your bag. It can take it, I promise. Stand up and over it. Oh my god. Yes! Alright, let's put the zipper on. The best way to get good at this, the way I got good at this was I took a length of zipper, I just chopped it off. Yes, it was wasteful, don't care. I think I actually may have cut it at 8 inches, but by the time you finish with it, it's pretty racked. And you just put the zipper on, pull it all the way off the end, and then do it again the other direction. And you do that over and over and over until you're good at putting the zippers on. How many bags with the top add-ons? How many with over the top add-ons? I mean, do I get to prep them all first? Because, like, I could do embroidery, but sometimes, like, the embroidery on the bag, the other one, was 73 minutes. And that's, in my opinion, underestimating how long it actually took to embroider. I could do 12 hours of embroidery, but that's not very fun to watch, and it's noisy. See? You probably can't see, but White Tree of Gondor, love that for me. Epic. Next we need this. This is my other favorite thing. It is a rivet spacing template, and I got mine in sparkles because I'm a sparkly kind of person. It also still needs a Tory squish. See how the base is not sitting beautifully yet? Over the top add-ons. What would you consider over the top add-ons is probably a better question that I should be asking. Where did the awesome pen go? Oh, there it is. Half 175. Half 175. So do you mean like all extra hardware, or do you mean like every bag has at least 2 zipper pockets? Or like what would you consider over the top? And I will play this game. Applique, hardware pockets, usual pockets. So we would have to define the parameters of this. I'm totally on board for this plan. The applique I do in the embroidery machine, generally speaking. We could do 12 hours of quilted bags. Because quilting takes ages. I would like to think I could get 8 done. Depending, of course, on the bag. Four of those. Oh, that one's not even bronze. What are you doing in there? What am I pausing for? Sorry, I forgot you were here for a second. What I am doing right now is contemplating laser engraving the caps. We could totally design a new bag. Do I want to? No, you won't see it. It's too small. Although, hold on. hold on. I know, I can feel myself being ridiculous, and yet. What if I put the J.R. Tolkien sign on them? Let me see if I can find like a nice, simple little something something. Logo. All right, turn you back on. Yeah, okay, it's happening. I've convinced myself because I'm ridiculous. I could do White Tree of Gondor, but it's too tall versus skinny, so it's just not going to quite work out the way we want, you know? But this, theoretically, will look amazing. And I know it's ridiculous, and I should probably charge more for this bag because of all the custom stuff I'm doing. Don't even start. And this is why. No, that's not going to work. We need a better symbol. That one's too fuzzy, it would seem. Oh, this one might be better. Did an oval though. We're going to delete the oval. That's no better. You know what? Screw all of you. Lightburn is my friend for stuff like this. 12 hours of totes, quilted totes. Okay, 12 hours of totes. Do you want 12 different totes? Or do you want 2 of each type of tote in different stuff? Like, we need to be oddly specific, or I can just go off on whatever tangent I feel like. See, that's more like it. Thank you. I just like this design, what's it called better? It's just better at it. I can't even think what the word is. But Lightburn is better at image tracing. I didn't come up with this, it's just how it is. I just took the same logo, put it in a different program, work out way better. Open. Shrink it down. I really need blue tack for this to hold them steady. I used to have blue tack in here. I would also have to do all of this before my 12 hours. Where's the blue tack? Oh, here's the 4-zipper one, by the way. like framing. Oh, why are you not connected? See, it's becoming a mission to do this now. Stop it. Got to frame it right, and because it's so small, I mean, it won't take long to do because it's so small. But it's not really the point either, is it? There we go. All right. It's tiny. Is it worth it? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't know. Do you think this bag should be more because of all the ridiculous add-ons? Oh, shiitake mushrooms. I just wiped all the hardware on the floor. You know what? I am going to find them later. That was not at all what I was trying to do. So rude. Up and around and down. Show me. Yeah, see, I love it. It's ridiculous and I love it. I should have to do bags that have all of this on it. The devil is in the details, and I don't care what you say. How is that not cool? The answer is you can't tell me that because it is. I regret nothing. This is magical. At least they're quick. They're also hot, so don't touch them. Not that you can reach them, but I'm probably saying out loud more for myself than anything. Yes, look at it. It's the little things. This bag's absolutely going to be more. I don't know how much more yet, but there's a lot of extraness that's going on here. We also need a thread zapper. Where's my thread zapper? Oh. Perfect. Right. How'd we go? One more. This zipper thing is working out real well for everything. 12 totes of Christmas. Do you want me to make up these 12 patterns? Or do you want me to go and find 12 tote patterns that exist in the world? know, I've started something with this now. I can already feel it. I'm like, I have a Camp Crystal Lake design, and I can already feel that I'm going to laser engrave the rivet caps for that too. Am I going to put like hockey masks on there? Okay, now you can go off. Ow, hot! Careful, it's hot. Or you just want me to take one pattern and see how many ways I can make it look crazy different, because I could totally do that. You give me like a free base pattern that everyone has access to, and I will turn it a whole bunch of crazy different ways. Classic tote, leather tote, foldable tote, grocery tote, straw tote. What's a straw tote? Bucket tote, quilted tote, mesh tote, mini tote, laptop tote, beach tote, convertible tote. That was really fun. So by tote, do we mean like basic square? We're going to be very specific about tote, right? Like, because I think this is a tote. Because it's a big, basically square bag, but with a round base. It's all about the sides, right? Always get this to match up and your bag will look epic. That's the bag. With this crossbody strap. Once I get going, there's no stopping. Do you want to do the 12-hour challenge with me? We could like tag team toilet breaks. I'm gonna Tory squish the base, and then I'm gonna move the camera so that we can see it better. This bag is epic. I really don't want to get rid of it, but I'm gonna feel the same about the other two bags that I've designed. You don't understand. So that's the top. All right, let's bring this up now that we're finished sewing. Look at it. She's fabulous. This green doesn't necessarily match, but I do think it's fun enough, and the dark is dark enough that it totally is fine. And I put the vinyl on there to make it feel like it matches. And so that just gets dropped in the bag. And so then on the inside we have fabulous zipper pull with Tree of Gondor on the end. And then boom! Look at that! Yes. Yes. What movie is this? This is Lord of the Rings. This bag. I've also got Friday the 13th. Oh, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you what I've started. And then I should get off and actually, you know, loud music and keep sewing. I'm pretty much going to hang out from you and just keep sewing. So, if you watched my tote video, or my boxy pouch video yesterday, you saw I had some Chucky fabric. So this is Chucky, the creepy doll. I just so happened to have an iron on that says Toy Gory instead of Toy Story, which is just epic. And I love that. So that's going to be one bag that's going to be like this. I've just got to cut out the strips and stuff. I think I do want it like this. And then the second one says, welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. Now this one I'm having some thoughts on. I'm wondering, do I want to make the handles with chain? Because he's got chain wrapped around his neck. But this is having the beautiful other thing that Sandra sent me, which is like neon horror dudes. Because I just feel like that really matches well. But I haven't quite decided what accent color to put with this one. I've been thinking about it because I'm like, because this is Neo, I could go, or Neon, not Neo, my god, this is not the Matrix. I could go something bright and in your face, but I could also go silver and add rivets everywhere, right? So I could do like a gunmetal-y dark gray vinyl, Also, because of the size of this, I don't think I'll do the crisscrosses on this one because it'll hide the design. So we might just do like strap anchors instead. Dunno. But it is, these are what I need to make. So these are also going with this to the market. Part of me thinks bright, but it is like a goth themed market. So the darker, the better for them. And then if I get time, I have another design in mind, but I want to also make some vixens. See, that's what I thought, hot pink. That was my first thought, is do hot pink. And I'm like, no, stop it. Don't know, haven't decided yet. But those are this afternoon's missions, to at least get them cut out and start sewing at least one of them. After I have some lunch and toilet and stuff. But that one is beautiful. And as of after the market next week, I'm going to start putting all of my bags on my website to sell. The only problem is it will be Australia only unless you private message me, because currently I can't send anything to America because Australia Post has shut down international stuff because of tariff stuff. So we're on the outs with America apparently. So I can only just post. I can post to New Zealand, Australia, and probably everywhere else. But like, I love how this bag come out so much. So much. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. But thank you all for hanging out for almost 3 hours. It took so long because I kept getting sidetracked, and now that I'm looking at it, I should have laser engraved here. I know, I'm ridiculous. It's fine. But I will be doing ridiculous things for the other bags, and then I might just up the price of Empresses from this point forward because I'm doing all the extra things on all of them. We'll see. But tomorrow will be, hopefully, I'll have 2 videos for you tomorrow. Tomorrow today I want to clean up in here so I can do a walkthrough of my new space. And hubby's home, so he's going to help me do like a mock setup of the market inside to make sure that everything fits. So I will do the video on that as well, like the finished design and why I chose to do it that way. For those that want to do markets and take a laser and stuff and can't have a gazebo. Very specific, all these things, but it's fine. All right, I will see you next time, guys. Bye. Boop. Boop.